Mossy Oak presents ScentBlocker Most Wanted. Brought to you by Mossy Oak. It's not a passion, it's an obsession. ScentBlocker, close enough to kill. Browning, the best there is. Ford and your quality Ford dealers. Tree Spider Safety System. Light, easy, fast, safe.
Welcome to ScentBlocker Most Wanted. Last week we saw Bob and Larry hunting all over the state of New Mexico for pronghorns and mule deer. It was tough hunting, but a good start for the season. This week we're staying right here in our own backyards, hunting the very beginning of the bow season in northeast Missouri.
Well, here it is. It's the first week of October. We started off the season really good, some cool weather. We almost shot a really good buck that first night. Comes another buck out of the woods straight in front of me.
This bachelor group has quite a few good bucks in it, and Larry knows this area has got some great potential. He methodically places and maintains an array of cutty-back cameras throughout the property to keep tabs on the locals.
Heading to 35 yards. Quartering to me. I just knew he was going to come on across. When his bachelor group decided to go, he went with them. But one hell of an opening afternoon. And it's a few days later. Getting ready to hunt this afternoon, and we're in a spell of Indian summer here where it's 83 degrees right now, south winds, and it doesn't look like this pattern is going to change for 10 days. It's real dry. We've been in a bad drought. Water's limited. Creeks are dried up, so there's a couple of ponds on this place, and I was just talking to Josh and said, we need to check water holes today. You can look along the bank here. It's all tracked up. It's fresh. A path wore through the grass coming to the water. So stand locations are a little limited here, but I'm going to spend a little time with this south wind blowing like this, deer coming from that way. I'm going to figure out how to hunt this one way or the other. We're going to set up on some water.
This segment of ScentBlocker Most Wanted is brought to you by Matthews Solo Cam. Catch us if you can. Rage, the revolutionary rear deploying broadhead.
Welcome back, folks. If you're just joining us, we're tagging along with Larry as he hunts the early Missouri bow season. Plus, we're going to see some of the work it takes to create and maintain a productive food plot. On opening day, Larry had a nice 10-pointer come within 35 yards. but the old boy was focused on the other bucks in the field and took off before Larry could get a shot. So now Larry's working up a stand location on a pond nearby in hopes to setting his pin on a thirsty buck.
Why do you want to put it on this side for the south winds?
Well, looking at the weather forecast, we're going to have south winds of some kind for the next, as far as they're going out, it's a 10-day forecast. So there are some deer coming from this area over here, some back here. But the trails coming across the CRP grass out of this next draw are just beat down to the bare dirt. So with a south wind blowing like this, southwest like this, it gives us 3/4 this pond for deer to come from different areas here. And also at the point of this draw, now smell us. Something comes back here, I mean, we're gonna get busted, but there's no stand, it's 100%, but this is gonna give us a 90% chance of a deer coming to water in the evening here, for sure. Now this tree isn't ideal. It's the only thing close enough. But at this time of year, when there's a lot of leaves, we got a lot of background behind it, that mossy oak infinity, I think will blend into this sycamore and the phase of green it is right now. It'll be just perfect. And I think it'll work. Matter of fact, write it down. I think we might kill a deer off this pond a day from now, tomorrow afternoon.
Larry's got his water hole stand set, but he needs to let the area settle down. So he's off to the big hickory tree, a spot that has been productive in the past.
There's a lot of history in this big old hickory tree right here. A good friend of ours about 3 years ago, opening day of season, shot 160 something 10-pointer out of this tree. So this year, I come in here, trim it out as you can see. We got no plow and pure traction mixed right here. And we've had a bad drought this summer. I planted this the first week of August. Didn't get any rain for 8 weeks. It's had about 1.5 inches. So it's come up, it's young, it's tender, they're using it. But we need another rain on it bad. I'm gonna put some nitrogen on it and make it pop. But there's no rain in sight for 10 more days, it looks like. So that's not a good thing.
Well, luckily for Larry and the rest of the Most Wanted crew, Mother Nature did cooperate with some much needed rain. So Larry had a hopper rented and the fertilizer ready. Now that Larry has his chores done, he's allowed to go to the pond.
Yards to the weeds on the other side of the road by that oak tree. That's doable. We hung this stand yesterday. It's hot, it's dry. This pond is being hammered. We don't know if it's daytime or nighttime activity, but I think it's as good a bet as anything when it's 80 degrees in the afternoon right now. But, I mean, there's trails coming in every direction, and I mean, it is just tracked up all the way around this pond like there's cattle in it, so I feel pretty good about it. Beautiful setting right here.